Hello, everybody. Thank you for joining me. This is GGF bringing you episode 3 and the start of the campaign of Let's Play Brigandine, Legend of Runersia. So I was calling it Brigandine, but I heard it in the translation in the game here that it was Brigandine. So, hope you guys are well. Hope you're ready to check out some Brigandine with me. It's going to be very fun, I think. Well, I know it's going to be very fun, so let's get into it. We have an organization phase. Year 781. First season. We have got to recapture Warren here. So we'll do what the tutorial told us. We'll go to Lawrence. Okay, we have pop-up summon and troops, summon battle units to strengthen your forces. We know about that. Each monster costs a certain amount of mana. Summonable monsters differ from base to base, and once summoned they could be assigned to a troop and moved. Move troops to other bases to prepare for the next invasion or to defend bases from enemies. Yeah, we know about that from the tutorial. We have to dispatch knights out on quests. Quests with the Rune Knight icon have a small chance of recruiting an unaffiliated knight, but the troops will be away for a season. Some equipment can only be worn by specific units. Others activate special effects when worn as a set. Then there's monster-specific items. Items with an M icon can only be equipped by monsters. And set bonus effects. Filling all the equipment slots with items of the same rarity boosts stats. 1 star, you get HP MP plus 10, Strength, Intelligence, Agility, Defense plus 5. 2-star set, it's all plus 7, HP MP plus 15, and 3-star, you get HP MP plus 20, and stats plus 10. Battlefield, check the general terrain as well as the invading and defending troops' positions. You can check the deployment positions of an adjacent base for invading and defending troops. Terrain information like percentage of water, forest, or mountain terrain is also roughly indicated. So, say we want to invade, end phase. Once you finish issuing commands, I don't want to do that though, but let's come here. And I guess we would check the battle map. Wait, do I check it from here? Yeah, Warren, I guess. Let's see what that would look like. I can't check it. Huh. Can I do it from here? No. I guess it gives a general idea where it's like grassy plains. That there's some water there too. I guess is the idea. It's a waterway running through it. So let's come here. And first let's look at our troops. Okay, we've got a level 11 Temple Knight Ariana, level 14 Knight Brendan. He's got a couple of bronze golems low level. She's got a couple of lizardmen and a centaur. Plenty of room power left, so equipment. Nobody's wearing anything yet. Let's go to summon. Monsters can be summoned at your bases. Ensure all preparations are complete before moving to the attack phase, as monsters cannot be summoned in that phase. You may have up to 200 monster units summoned at any given time. Monsters will require upkeep mana even if they're not assigned to a troop. More upkeep mana will be required as monsters increase in level and class. Upkeep mana, it shows. Okay. Got it. Summoning consumes mana immediately, while upkeep mana will be consumed at the start of every organization phase. Mana from all your bases is added to your country's mana income. Avoid summoning more monsters than you can afford, or your mana balance will appear in red for that season. If your mana reserve reaches 0 and you're unable to pay the required upkeep mana, you will start the battle with your monster units' HP and MP reduced by 30%. You can avoid this by releasing monsters or taking control of more bases to increase your mana income. To release a monster, select Troops, release monster from the base menu where the monster is stationed. Perform a revived summon to return a monster lost during battle to your army. Revive summons will require the use of a special item called a Revival Stone, as well as mana from the Mana Reserve. Switch over to Revive Summon on the Summon Monster screen. Only the 100 most recently lost monsters may be revived, with the oldest gone forever. Interesting. Alright, here's what we can summon. We can summon a Unicorn, a Bronze Golem, a Wyvern, for this, the Unicorn is the best on plains. Of course, it uses magic. Let's check the magic. It has Horn Attack, Heal, and Cure. The Golem has Golem Punch. Wyvern has Tail Whip. Wait. We have... Okay, let's look at our mana here. We've got 1633 mana income. So our mana reserves are 543. We have 33 monsters. Upkeep is 21 on the Wyvern. And it has B in character growth, while the Golem and a Unicorn are A. Combat power is highest on the Wyvern, though. Golem does not have good agility, or intelligence, or mobility. It's got an inorganic body, which I forget how to check what that means. Okay, let's grab a Wyvern. Oh, it takes me way down. This is only 140 for the Unicorn, but let's take a look here. Let's look at our troops currently stationed. So we've got the combat power of this crew is 2885, 2624 here. Two golems. What kind of I want to see your stats. Elements. Classes, skills, magic, and equipment often have elemental effects. The elements are represented by 5 colors with different advantages and disadvantages when fighting against certain enemies. You can see the relationship between red, green, and blue elements in the diagram on the left. Attacks cause more or less damage depending on the attack element and target's defense element. When your attack element is the same as the enemy's defense element, the effects are negated. Attacks without an element are affected by the number of orbs, but not the element color of the orb. Okay, so let's look here. It looks like green beats blue, blue beats red, and red beats green. And then white and purple, or white and dark, holy and dark, kind of beat each other. And they're separate. So the only thing you have to remember is blue over red, red over green, green over blue. Okay, pretty simple there. Now, weak effect versus strong effect. The strength of elemental damage depends on the number of colored orbs in the unit's possession. If both units have red orbs, then the unit with 3 red orbs will have more of an effect on damage than the unit with only 2. Each unit is affected by 2 slots, an attack element for dealing damage and a defense element for defending. Units can equip up to 9 elements in each slot. Wow. You can actually equip all these orbs and stuff too, on top of equipment. That is awesome. Okay. Then class elements. Each knight class or monster has its own element. Changing a unit's class will also change its element. More advanced classes may add more orbs of the same element or even a different element. Elemental orbs associated with the unit's class are equipped to both attack and defense slots. Weapons are assigned elements. When a weapon is equipped, the element orbs are assigned to a unit's attack element slot, and armor is also assigned elements. When armor is equipped, the element orbs are assigned to the unit's defense slots. Maybe that's how you assign orbs. You just put on a weapon or armor, or your class does it. Some accessories can affect both attack and defense elements. Set your attack element to one that has an advantage over the enemy's defense element in order to deal greater damage. Attack element, class element plus equipment plus skill and spell. Class element plus equipment. Base damage without type advantages. Black is weak to white, damage boosted. More weak orbs means greater damage. Oh, I see. So say on the left we have attack with 3 white orbs. If it attacks without any advantages, it's just your basic attack. If they have 1 dark orb, well, black is weak to white, so the damage is boosted. But if they have more dark orbs that are weak to the white, then the damage is greater even than that. Wow, and here's the equipment slots. See what he has. He has Variant Slash. Normal attack deals moderate damage to a single adjacent enemy unit. Divine Break deals major damage to a single enemy unit but low accuracy and not good against sky units. Iron Aura, increase your defense for a limited number of turns. We can check their profiles too as we go, which is awesome. There's Lore. He's 49 years old. We will do that before we get into things, but let's also check the stats of the golems. Genramus and Brios. There's Inorganic Body, which just means prevents the following status conditions: Poison, Paralyze, Silence, Faint, Petrify, and Charm. We see he's got equipment too. These golems do. There's orbs under element. Okay, skill magic. They have Golem Punch, which is a normal attack, deals moderate damage to a single adjacent enemy unit. Even they have profiles. Oh my gosh, this game is so dope already. What I'm going to do though is pretty simple. Right now we're going to summon a unicorn. Yep. To give us a healer on the field. Beautiful. My Little Pony, look at that. Level 1, gains 10 HP, 1 MP, loses 1 strength and intelligence, but gains 2 agility, which is good. And there they go. They can heal and cure as well as horn attack. His name is Unibond, or her name, his name, Unibond. Very good, very good. So from there, I don't know if that's going to tip the scales in our favor necessarily. We're not going to attack this round. But I want to put the unicorn with the golems. And that's clearly not enough. It's more of an even fight now, but it's not one I would necessarily want to engage in. We outclass Cornwern in combat power, so I don't think they're going to attack. We have many knights and stuff back here. Lots at the capital: Lanster, Marmelmo. Let's say that 5 times fast. Let's see who we've got here. Well, first of all, before we really get into everything, let's go through and kind of look at what we have. So if we start at Harmonia, we can see the units we have. Let's check the units for these dudes. Here's Bishop Klaus, I don't know. He's got some healing and stuff we'll check out, but let's check their profiles. Well, we'll check their profiles, I'm sorry guys, when they get involved in what's going on. Right now, we can check the profiles of these units. So Brendan, he's a 49 male knight, a candidate for the rank of General of the Norzaleo Kingdom. He has earned the trust of the royal family and acts as their bodyguard when Grados is unavailable. This battle-hardened knight has seen many a war and bloodshed since the reign of King Rubino II and specializes in defensive warfare. He was once tasked with defending a base on the border against a Gustavan invasion and did so for 10 seasons, leaving behind an indelible legend. When not needed on the battlefield, he works as a military instructor and has trained many outstanding elite soldiers. So very good knight there. And then we have our Temple Knight Ariana. She can do a heavy thrust. Normal attack deals moderate damage, deals major damage. Airy Rush deals minor damage to all units within a 1 hex radius, never misses. Pain Slice. She's also got Magic Resist. Increase the magic resist of a single ally within a 4 hex radius for 3 turns. Spell Break dispels all buffs and debuffs from any single unit within a 3 hex radius. Does not affect veil or status conditions. She's an 18-year-old female Temple Knight. This Lady Knight is from the Norzaleo Kingdom's Order of Marmelmo. She hails from an esteemed house of Rune Knights and has an impressive list of achievements proving her worth. She is full of chivalry, decorum, integrity, and courage despite her young age. Having led a life of nothing but discipline and training, she has little experience with romantic dealings and tends to become flustered when someone treats her like a proper lady. Aww. Okay, so we know about you guys. Let's check out your units. She's leading Fordnin, who is a lizard man. It's got shield block A, effect 20% chance of blocking with the shield. When triggered, damage is reduced by half. Lefty swing, normal attack, minor damage to a single adjacent ally or enemy. Reptilian monsters that are at home both in water and on land. They are skilled at swordsmanship and their mobility is unaffected by swampy terrain. They love to toy with their foes, taunting them with their agile movements. They have average attack strength but good defenses, including skills that can further reduce the damage they take. Raising them to a higher class will allow them to make even better use of these skills. Then there's Delta, the lizard man, and Alamos, a centaur. These monsters are unmatched in archery. They have a proud nature and absolutely refuse to be ridden by humans. They excel in forest terrain, can perform various ranged attacks after moving, and are capable of dealing greater damage to flying monsters. Vulnerable in close range combat, these units are best placed at a distance from the enemy. Then we've got the bronze golems, monsters with unrivaled defensive capabilities. In some regions, these creatures are venerated as ancient protectors of mankind. They have poor mobility and tend to trail at the back of the ranks, but excel on mountainous terrain. Their high HP and defense makes them a valuable asset in any defensive line. And the unicorn, monsters with a single distinctive horn. They are skilled with curative spells such as heal and cure, and their low magic cost makes them easy to fit into any troop arrangement. Weak in direct combat, they are best placed farther back from the action where they can concentrate on healing, which is what I got her for, or him. Let's see, what else can we look at? T&O, toggle display. Oh, we can see, go by HP and stuff. We'll go by their combat power, I guess, or cost. Alright, so let's move some knights to Lorenz and then prepare an attack against Warren. We can't do it this turn, attack them, but we can build up our strength maybe. I don't know, what do you guys think? If I summon another monster here, what's the attack power of this bad boy? How do I check their attack power? Is it 210? No, that's their summon mana. They have tail whip. I don't see exact attack power here, or combat power, I'm sorry. Oh, 779. So say we add about 800. That would take us to 6,800 versus their 6,300. I wouldn't really feel too comfortable doing that. Let's go to Marmelmo. We've got low-level units here. No, it's a lot of combat power. We come here to Angreen. We've got a level 1 with some undead units. That's interesting. Come to the capital. We've got plenty of troops here. We have Grados, Giu, Skizler, Elena, and Pick, and of course Rubino. That one has a diamond next to it for some reason. It's a frost dragon with a diamond. Oh, has transformed into the rare Mana Miracle form immediately after being summoned. This form contains more mana than usual, giving the monster a pale glow and raising its stats. Wow. So we'll get into this too. Who do we want to send right now? I would think we would send Grados himself over there. let's go ahead and check the stats of Grados. He's got a Sacred Helm on, which gives 5 defense and shield block rate of 5%. Very cool. And he's got shield block S, which is a 25% chance of blocking with the shield. When triggered, damage is reduced by half. HP Recover B recovers 3% of max HP at the beginning of each turn. He's got 3 Holy Element in attack and 4 Holy in defense. He can do, Holy Slash, moderate damage to a single adjacent unit, deals massive damage to a single unit, low accuracy. Judgment, massive damage to a single adjacent enemy unit, deals ultimate damage to zombie units. Iron Aura, we know that. Divine Ray, major damage to a single enemy unit in a 2-hex radius, ultimate damage to zombies, and heal as well. He can even heal. Grados is 55, male paladin. As a general of the Norzaleo Kingdom, this hero is fiercely loyal to the royal family and has proven his bravery by defending his country in many battles. As Prince Rubino's military and literary arts teacher, this young prince looks up to him as a father, especially after King Rubino III's death. Let me check something. Am I still recording my voice? Okay. His only weakness is his uncontrollable sneezing before beautiful women. Having devoted his entire life to the royal family in the battlefield, he is known for his guileless personality, although that may also have contributed to his lifelong singleness. Alright, we're going to take him. Just as he is, with no changes. Okay, move. Frontline bases are those adjacent to an enemy's. They become battlefields if either side invades. Only troops at a base adjacent to an enemy's may invade in the attack phase. Move troops to these frontline bases to assist with attacking or defending. While there's no limit to the number of troops that can be moved at once, only up to 3 troops may take part in each battle, so move wisely. That's good to know. When moving, troops that have just moved from another base cannot join invasions on the following attack phase. Troops that have just moved can't attack enemy bases right away and will have to wait for the next attack phase. However, since they can defend the base they've moved to, it may be prudent to shift troops to bases vulnerable to enemy attack. So we're going to move Grados. We're going to grab him and send him there. Okay, so that should be good enough for that part. We're not going to attack Warren just yet. We'll wait a turn, and we'll do that. We'll take a look at the battlefield soon. We'll also go to Lanster and move... Well, actually, let's look at the troops first. We'll figure out who to move. Actually, I'm ahead of myself. Let's come down here to Harmonia. We've got a level 12 Bishop Klaus, who can middle strike, do some healing, holy word, minor damage to all enemy units within 4 hex radius, ultimate damage to zombies. Alright, he's a 38-year-old male bishop, a priest of Norzaleo, who also known as the battlefield composer. Most citizens are familiar with his theater music, not knowing he gets inspiration from ruthless battlefields, a morbid mix of life and death where peace is the last thing on people's minds. Though he wishes for peace and despises conflict, he is unable to stop seeking out battlefields for inspiration. Leaving him internally conflicted, he is notoriously difficult to deal with, and anyone getting in his way during a divine revelation will find themselves on the receiving end of a gruesome blow they won't soon forget. So there's him, and he's got a Lamia, which is a giant snake, and a Gygus. We use Gante and her name is Lamia. Let's check these guys out. Water Recover. Recovers 5% of max HP while on water terrain. She can Snake Bite, moderate damage, and Aqua Splash, minor damage to all units in a 3-hex straight line that never misses. Giant Snake. Large sea snake monsters. They once terrorized Runersia's seas, sinking ships and feasting on sailors. They have low mobility but high HP and attack power, and are most at home in the water. Their breath attacks have earned them the moniker Dragons of the Seas. Their magic cost is even greater than that of normal dragons. Wow, really? Cost is 80. Oh my gosh. And then we have a Gygus, which is just a walking mountain pretty much. Power Fist. Oh, I just noticed their portrait in the top left. I did not even notice that. Moderate damage to a single enemy unit, 25% chance of inflicting fate. And they are a Gygas. These gargantuan monsters loom dauntingly above those around them. Although slow-witted, they are strong enough to lift boulders and become even more powerful on mountain terrain, their area of expertise. Their attacks may stun enemies, but they have low accuracy. They do best with support from protect or heal spells due to their low defense. Oh, they actually have low defense. That's interesting. Okay, so we've got Klaus, and then we've got the fighter Jack. He's got HP Recover B, which is 3% at the start of every turn. Brave Slash, moderate damage. Power Break, major damage but low accuracy. 21-year-old fighter. A potential future military officer of Norzaleo, he was born into a noble family and is childhood friends with Rubino IV, which is us. His upbringing makes him somewhat haughty, and his speech and actions can be quite dramatic at times, repulsing the people around him. Nevertheless, he wants nothing more than to protect his country and companions, one of his better traits. Though still a trainee in terms of martial arts, Brendan and some of his other instructors feel that he shows great potential. So that's who's guarding. Then we have a lizard man, lizard woman, Ruania, and 2 mermaids. Splash Thrust, moderate damage, and Charm Song inflicts charm on a single unit in 3 hex radius when the caster's in water. They also have Spell Break. We saw that, dispels all buffs and debuffs. Resist, increase the magic resist of a single ally within 4 hex radius for 3 turns. And Flight changes the preferred terrain of a single unit within a 4 hex radius to Sky, lasts until the end of battle or until a target unit is hit with Spell Break. Huh. These monsters are most at home fighting in the water. They have beautiful singing voices capable of charming foes. Weak to physical attacks, they prefer to avoid direct conflict and use magic to buff and protect allies. Best deployed on battlefields with lots of water. I don't know if this battlefield has water, but these are the groups that are guarding Harmonia. So we're going to want to send... I just want to take a quick look. She's level 1, so not her. We're going to want to send, like... Rados is already moving, right? Yeah, he's got move command. Did we look at his units? We did not. We just looked at him. Let's look at the Cyclops. Feint immunity. Pretty self-explanatory. Hyper Fist. Deals moderate damage, 33% chance to inflict feint. Heavy Impact. Deals major damage to a single unit, 33% chance of inflicting feint and decreasing target's attack and defense as well. And the accuracy is plus 15. It's actually pretty accurate, very accurate. A Gygus' new form following a class change. Oh. They learn red and white type attacks and have a higher chance of stunning enemies, but still have low accuracy. With good planning and teamwork on mountain terrain, however, they can keep striking an enemy that's been hemmed in a strategy worth pursuing aggressively with these units. Then we've got a Wyvern. Sky Element. With Tail Whip. Moderate damage. Monsters with large wings that soar through the sky, able to move around quickly without being influenced by the terrain. They can easily get behind enemies and are perfect for zone of control setups. Although not as strong as a dragon, their mid-air strikes are highly accurate. These monsters are weak against bows, so always be watchful of their placement on the field. And then finally, we've got an actual dragon, who's best on the plains. They have Dragon Fury, normal attack, moderate damage, and Acid Breath. Minor damage to units in a 3-hex straight line that never misses. Monsters equipped with tough scales and sharp claws able to hit multiple enemies at once with their breath attack. They have high HP and attack, but at a high magic cost. These monsters have the ability to change into higher classes of different types. Interesting. So he's got quite the team here. He's moving. So who do we want to move down to Harmonia? Let's see. Jiu, the Saint, has a giant snake, a bronze golem, and a goblin. Skizzler, the Knight, has a nightmare, a dragon, and a centaur. I think Elena's too low level right now to send. She's got a level 10 siren and a lizard man. And Pick just has a couple imps and stuff. So let's send probably Skizzler the Knight. Jiu's higher level and has the higher combat power. Yeah, let's send Jiu. Let's check out Jiu. She'll be next. She's got a white robe on. Gives 3 defense, 14 HP. And it adds a holy orb to defense. Very cool. Character growth is E, rune growth is C. Interesting. She can do heavy swing, moderate damage, but she can do area cure. Removes the following status conditions from all ally units within a 4-hex radius. Poison, paralyze, faint, charm, petrify, and silence. Veil covers a single ally unit within a 3-hex radius in a veil that will nullify all damage and effects of the next magic attack received. Very nice. Area heal, same idea. All ally units within a 2-hex radius. High level healing spell. Divine Ray, ultimate damage to zombies, major damage to single enemy within 2 hex. And she's also got heal, major amount of HP to 1 ally within 3 hex. Cure, removes the following status conditions in a 4 hex radius. Halo, guarantees the next skill or spell of 1 ally unit within a 4 hex radius will hit. They also gain 1.5% experience. So we're going to send her. Whoops, I did not mean to do that. Getting used to the buttons. She's a female, age 65, Saint. The highest ranked senior priestess of the kingdom who watches over the Brigandine of Justice. It is said she can hear the voice of the Rune God. In battle, her spells are far more powerful than those of regular knights. Her hobby is coming up with healthy recipes, especially for Prince Rubino, and she is constantly trying to convince the reluctant prince to try her unpleasant-looking creations. To the prince, she is an overly caring old lady, but to everyone else on the continent, she is a noble and powerful mage. And she brings along a giant sea snake, who happens to be level 8. A bronze golem, which happens to be level 5, and a goblin, a level 1 goblin. Poison Slash, minor damage but a 20% chance to poison, and Paralyze Wave, minor damage within a 2-hex radius, 20% chance of inflicting paralyze, so they are very useful actually. And Paralyze Wave is good against sky enemies as well. Goblin, low-level spirits found throughout Runersia. They have a strong sense of kinship with their fellows and will gang up to defeat stronger foes. They are surprisingly hardy despite their cute appearance and maintain their mobility in forest terrain, making them good for scouting ahead. They are unable to use magic but specialize in attacks that inflict poison and paralysis. That's a 1-hex. This is actually a 2-hex radius, so that's pretty cool. So that's her units that she's bringing. Yeah, combat power is 4190. I guess that would be good. So let's go ahead and send her. Whoops. We'll move Ryu. Or Jiu, sorry. Move her down here. So those are a couple changes I want to make. Let's bring up the menu and save. Episode 3. We don't think we're going to get to combat today, but that's okay. Plenty of time to come in future episodes. Now, I forget, if we do quests, okay, good, we get a pop-up. 2 types of quests. Oh, that's all. I wanted to know if we send them away, will they be available to defend? I know they won't be able to attack. But if they invade, no, I don't think they'll be able to defend either. So we're not going to send anyone on a quest in Harmonia or Lawrence. But in Angreen, we can check out this unit. She is Leonora, an enchantress. Character growth D, rune growth B. Pretty nice rune growth. She does light spank. Minor damage to single adjacent enemy. She does frost. Moderate damage within a 3 hex radius. Charm within a 3 hex radius. Charmed monsters are left behind if their commander retreats and can be captured after winning the battle. And flight, we've seen that. She's 26-year-old female enchantress. A knight of Norzaleo, as well as a researcher of textiles. Though born into an impoverished family, she has worked hard after discovering her abilities as a rune knight to climb the ranks, eventually being assigned to the Imperial Spinning Research Center. During wartime, her goal is to build up a track record of military exploits, but she secretly wishes to create a country enriched by wisdom, knowledge, and technology rather than reliance on mana energy. Okay, Leonora. We're going to take Leonora and put her on a quest. Let's see who we can summon here, actually. Wow, a goblin is very cheap. We only have 400 mana, though. I kind of want to save that for stressful, like immediately needed purposes. Let's go to quest and let's send Leonora. Probably for XP. We'll send her on a quest for XP to the training grounds. Does she have... Yeah, does she have equipment on? No. Okay, so that's it for her. Then we go to Marmelmo. I don't know, it's a weird name. And we've got more units here that we need to get knowledgeable of. Theodora, oh gosh, the hunter. And Ferric the monk. Well, let's start off with the more powerful of the 2 in terms of total combat power troops. Theodora, she is a hunter. She dominates Sky. Increased damage dealt using skills against units with preferred terrain Sky by 10% and accuracy up, 5% accuracy. Character growth D, rune growth B. Smart arrow, moderate damage within 2 hex radius. Snipe shot, moderate damage within 2 hex with high accuracy. She's 21. Class is hunter. This warrior was born in a small village near the border with Gustava. When she was still young, her village was pulled into a battle, and she was taken captive by Gustava. Due to her stores of hidden mana energy, they tried to indoctrinate her as a Zorun knight, but she resisted. This period of her life was a daily struggle. After she came of age, she was rescued by campaign infantry led by King Rubino III, after which she swore eternal loyalty to Norzaleo. Even though King Rubino III had passed, she continues to uphold her oath by supporting Norzaleo on the battlefield. Very cool. And she comes equipped with a... What the heck is this character? Saint Split. Moderate damage. Loop heal. Single ally within 4 hex radius restores 10% of max HP at the start of each turn for 4 turns. And Divine Ray. She's an angel, okay. Divine monsters with shining wings. They are believed to be messengers from a higher plane that guide the virtuous towards success. In battle, they have a well-balanced set of abilities, including both attack and healing skills. However, this versatility also means a high magic cost. So Theodora comes with an angel and a unicorn. And then we have Ferric. He has accuracy up B, which is 5%. Character growth D, rune growth He can do heavy blow, moderate damage, pushes the enemy back 1 hex if the hex is unoccupied. Snatch up, moderate damage to single adjacent enemy. Recover HP equal to 20% of the damage dealt. Very cool. Ferric is a 27-year-old monk. Male monk. Author of the beloved and popular Journeys in Runersia book series. He travels across the land, embellishing upon his own experiences for his stories. He chose to serve Norzelio in order to protect its literary culture. Although not fond of human conflicts, he awakened to his mana powers on one of his past adventures and became quite skilled with them. He's still concerned about his former travel mates, Will and Galivard, though they have already gone their separate ways. And he comes with a giant snake, with water HP recover B, 5% when in water. And he comes with a mermaid. And that's that. So those are those 2 units. We're going to send these 2 on a quest. Let's see. She actually has a better outlook in the Aran Forest. Yeah, let's send her on adventure. And Ferric, Hills of Curall. We'll send him to the training grounds, actually. A little bit of questing, very cool. And then finally, we're going to head up here and check out our troops. Actually, it might be time to save. So we're going to get all this stuff out of the way, and then we're going to really, we're really digging in here. And then combat and stuff's going to happen. It's going to be awesome. So as you can see, the game is super awesome and very, RPG-like and nerdy. Just right up my alley. So I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. If you did, please consider hitting the like button. Leave me a comment. Let me know what you think. Subscribe to my channel if you're new here and hit the notification bell, but only do those things if you really want to. No pressure. It is all good, whatever you choose to do. Just taking a peek around the battlefield here. You can see what's what. Very cool down here, but also really appreciate you guys, though. Hope you'll join me next time. Please feel free to come back next time and join me on what's going to be this epic journey. So hope to see you guys then. Until then, be well, live well, stay well, and we've got to deal with this Holy Gustavan Empire. So until then, guys, much love, much peace, much joy. Take care, and I'll see you then. Bye-bye.